Hey, DrBeth.com here. I am doing my free power hour on key three, which is all about mirror, 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 mirror. If you spot it, you got it. And there are a lot of ways you can use this key. One of the ways that I use it is in everything I love in life. So anytime I see somebody I'm envious of, or I wish I could have be more like them, or I'm inspired by them, or they just light me up. I think to myself, mirror, 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 mirror. If I spot it, I got it. And so even in even in a situation with somebody has millions of dollars or madly in love or looks super happy or having major business success. So, whatever it is that I see in somebody else, mirror, 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 I think I am one step removed from that. If I can see it, I can taste it, I can live myself into it, and it's something that I can step into. So, that's one of the ways that I use mirror, mirror. A second way that I use mirror, mirror is with if you spot it, you got it in the negative. So let's say I'm super triggered by somebody. Like I am incredibly triggered. And in those cases, if I'm triggered, mirror, 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 if you spot it, you got it. Hey, Angel. One of the things that I look at is okay, maybe and I had somebody in my past that was very rageful, and I'm like, I don't have rage. I don't feel rage. I'm DrBeth.com. I don't have rage. But the reality was, a coach that I was working with said, "Oh, Beth, you have rage." So it made me go look for it. Where am I mad? Where am I disappointed? Where am I holding myself back? And what ended up happening was I found my rage. I found my mad. I found my big feelings. And then I could love that up without it consuming me. So whenever I see anything that is triggering or something that is just really has me upset, this is one of the most powerful tools in the toolbox, which is where is that in me? Let's say I can't stand you not giving me attention, or I can't stand you not doing anything, whatever it is that I want you to do that you're not doing. Instead of me focusing on your porch and taking your inventory, instead, what I look at is where am I not taking care of me? Where am I wanting some attention from me? And this gives me the power to compassionately love myself right where I am. It's my way to get my power back. And it's just it's juice. So anytime you're triggered, anytime you're wishing like, oh man, I wish I didn't have this in my life. If you could see it as this is a key into the kingdom. This is your God self reflecting you back in a way that just might be the tools that you need to unlock your next level of joy, your next level of peace, your next level of empowerment and not being in victim and stress. So, one of the ways with Mirror Mirror is if you spot it, you got it in the positive, getting that, oh, yeah, that is me. That is possible. That is something I can live into next. The negative side of that, the twist side of that is you spot it, you got it of something that's you're triggering you. See, maybe if somebody's yelling at me, maybe they feel like I'm yelling at them. Maybe if somebody doesn't trust me or I don't trust them, maybe they don't trust me either. Another time I was in a group meeting and there were these two guys and it was a simulation, and they said to me, Beth, why'd you take us out like that? I said, because you scared me. I didn't trust what you were doing with leadership. So I stood up on the chair and said, I'm not following. And then the whole group in the whole room, everybody said, everybody get down, everybody. And I'm like, I'll get down if they'll get down. And so afterwards, what they said to me was, you scare me. And I was like, wow. I had never, ever seen myself as scary. I had never seen myself as not trustworthy. And if I see it in somebody else, just trust it's in you too. Just trust it. And another time I was talking with a coach and I said, I'm not sure if I can trust you on this situation. There's a trust issue going on here. I'm not sure if I can, trust somebody in this situation. She said, Beth, clear it in you. If you don't trust me, clear it in you. So, just saying, Mirror Mirror can be a powerful, powerful tool. And there's a third way to use Mirror Mirror. And I was using it just today with Coach the Pros in my Dr. Beth certified coaches. And one of the things that we were talking about is how each one of us gave us a specific challenge of something that we were dealing with. And then we mirror reflected how each and every one of us saw that challenge in ourselves. And it was just like a wall of mirrors, mirror, 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 mirror. And what came of it was a real deepening. And at the end of the call, I always ask at the end of all my power hours, what's your takeaway? And one of the participants said, my takeaway is mirror, mirror is healing. And I was like, yes, yes, this is healing. What this does is it's healing on multiple ways. One, it helps you see all your blind spots. But another way that it's healing is when you're listening to someone, instead of trying to fix them in your super 7 year old, instead of trying to tell them what to do, when to do it, how to do it, where to do it in your super 7 year old, instead reflecting back, generating back what you're hearing, what you're seeing, what you're receiving, what you can imagine they're going through, that you care, that you're present with them, being in the mirror, mirror, mirror. This can be so healing and so powerful. So this is this month's key. And if anybody has any questions, I'm on Zoom in my Zoom room, and I do this once a month on the second Friday of every month. And I'm also doing it live on Facebook. So feel free to either join my Power Hours Live, drbeth.com, and scroll down and you can find the free Power Hour link, and then you can come to the Zoom call, or join me on Facebook and ask any question. This is the time for you guys to get to know what I do and how I do it, and question me about, what I'm up to in the world. So since you asked, not that anybody asked, but since you asked, let me tell you what I'm up to. I have a family power hour that I lead on Tuesdays at noon Pacific, 2 o'clock Central. And on that call, what I do is I help you get back in your power with your spouse, with your siblings, with your kids, with your rowdy young adult teenage children, with your parents. Like I'm living with my parents right now in caregiver mode. And sometimes I have to lead a power hour to get back in my power. So, and those of you that are coaches and trainers, I also have a Coach the Pros Power Hour, so that you may have resembled that one, mirror mirror. When sometimes when we actually get into the role of coach or get into the role of teacher, leader, whatever, that gets us back in our power. So one of the ways that I teach in the Power Hour is how to do this for yourself, no matter what the situation is. How do I own my life? Create the life that I want to create, how I want to create it. And if you don't like the life you're living in, feel free to change. And I do this with my 10 keys to compassion. So it's all based on a bucket of compassion, which is key one, falling madly in love with what is. So when you see yourself in mirror, mirror, sometimes, ooh, this one can sting. So it's really important that when you're looking at mirror, 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 that you don't do it from your super 7 year old, the part of you that's trying to do it right, trying to be a good girl, good boy, trying to be perfect, trying to fix it, trying to, be the one that figures it all out, the super 7 year old. And you can't do mirror, mirror from your 3 year old, or you're just going to be a bucket of mush and just cry your little baby eyes out because it's going to be like, oh, I'm failing. I'm doing everything wrong. If that's my mirror, I suck. So you can't do it from your 3 year old. And if you do it from your inner teen, it's going to feel like, um, well, screw this and F that, and all your big, bodacious, powerful inner teen feelings can come out. So the way to play mirror mirror is only through your loving wise self, where you're the witness of the inner family mother, the inner family father, the inner family teacher, lover, the coach, the inner part of you that holds all of you and loves all of you exactly as you are. So that's key one, and that's under the entire 10 keys. And then key two, we did last month, which was own your story and transform your life. And do you want to be right about that story? Whatever you're telling yourself, whatever you even believe, do you want to be right about what you're telling yourself, or are you willing to be wrong? And I am willing to be wrong about everything and anything that is no longer serving me. How about you? So that's key one, key two, and then key three is mirror, mirror. What I'll be moving into next month, and it's one of my, hey, Bob, good to see you, man. What I'm moving into next month is key four, which is playful, messy. And that all of next month's going to be all about failure and how to play with failure and be an epic fail and be profound playfulness. So, Bob, if you have any questions about how to deal with any of those kiddos that you have in your life or anybody that you have in your life, this is a place that I'm doing this every the second Friday of every month, just offering this as a gift, a free power hour. What are your challenges? What are you up against? Where are you out of your power? Where do you feel like you're in your victim mode and you want to get back into the I am all that and a bag of chips? So, um so anyway, family power hours on Tuesday. Another power hour that I have is on Wednesday night, and that one is a success driven women's power hour. Some bodacious, outrageous, super duper 7 year old women that I am helping them embrace their inner teenager. So it's really an inner teen power hour, but don't tell anybody. And so that call is all about how do you get back in your business power? How do you get back in your inner teen power? With your voice, and that could be impacting in any part of your life. And then I also have a coach the pros for anybody who is a psychologist or a therapist or a coach or a leader or a healthcare professional, and you would like to learn how to use some of my Dr. Beth tools on, or a teacher, school teachers especially, or using any of these tools on how to deal with people that you're in charge of or accountable for or the responsible party. And by the way, I'm going to give you a hint on Coach the Pros. It's not for the faint of heart. Mwah. Later, good to see you, man. It's not for the faint of heart, the Coach the Pros. This call is really for my elites, for people that are willing to play the 200% accountability game. So when I talk about accountability, there's 0% accountability and just in total victim. I am, you're in charge of everything. You're the bad guy. You're horrible. And I am the one that is, I'm taking it all in and you're responsible for it all. So that's 0% accountability. 50-50 accountability is something like, I'll take my part. You take your part. It's a little bit like splitting the baby in half. But with the 50% accountability, you have no power. And even if you have a little bit of power, whatever power you have, you've already given the other half to the other person. So a lot of people have, evolved and have decided I am 100% accountable for my life. 100%. I'm going to take all of it. And whatever is going on inside of me, I own my feelings. I own my reactions. I own my stories. I own every part of me. It's a rare bird that actually takes this on. The coach, the pros, we play 200% accountable. So when I say it's a challenge, it's like, how do I see anything and everything in you? You're Hitler, I can find it. You're child molester, I can find it. You're evil, greedy, I can find it. You're whatever, you're rager, you're take any word, you're thief, you're stealer, you're and one of the ways that I do this is I look at how am I doing that to myself? Where am I an inner child abuser? Where am I thinking I'm better than everybody else? Where am I taking everybody else's inventory? Where am I anyway, it's not for the faint of heart. That's the coach the pros. And then I have another power hour that I call Reclaim Your Sanity and Transform Your Life. And if you want to see if that one's for you, go to my website, drbeth.com, and you will see an introduction to the Reclaim Your Sanity. And on that introduction, it's an hour webinar where you go through finding your story. And I'll give you the answer at the end. And if you're like most of the people in the world, it's just like everything's a mirror, everything's a story, it's all made up. Drop it like it's hot. You're done. Fly, be free, go. If you're like me or a lot of the people that I attract, we get stuck. We get stuck in our stories. We get stuck in our mirrors. We get stuck in our victim. We get stuck in feeling trapped. We get stuck not feeling like we're in our power. And so all these tools, the entire 10 keys to compassion, it's all about how do I get back in my power, not over you, but with me, with my little precious inner 3-year-old, so that I get to feel safe no matter where I am, no matter who I'm with. Nobody can take my inner safety away. Or my super 7-year-old, how do I get to win with life? I don't know about you, but do you ever feel like you're just on a hamster wheel and no matter what you do and no matter how you're doing it, like you just can't win with yourself or anybody else or the world or taxes or the government or whatever. You just feel like you just can't win. That's the overwhelmed little precious super 7-year-old trying to be a good girl, trying to get it right, trying to do it right. And then, bum, 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 comes in the inner teenager. And the inner teenager is the part of us that's bodacious, outrageous, politically incorrect. It's our passion. It's our life's purpose. This part of us, I feel, is just so hiding in most everybody in the world. And this is what I'm about, bringing this compassion movement to everyone where you get to feel safe. You get to win with yourself. You get to live your purpose. You get to shine, be in your greatness. So that's what I'm teaching. And I do that with my loving, wise self, the witness to this inner family zoo, utilizing my 10 keys to compassion. And I have tons of tools. Like I have 19 songs I've written and recorded. And now I have songbooks that are actually showing all my songs. I'm getting ready to start a music group in my house. So, Angel, I don't know if you play music, but if you do, I'm going to have a keyboard, guitars, drums, and we're going to play my songs, learn how to play my songs in different ways, have a whole band, and then I'm going to talk about the constructs. and talk about the different ways these emotional development, compassion characters and songs can actually make our inner family zoo feel well, and how we can better treat our kids and our spouses and our parents and our siblings and everybody. So that's in the making. I'm in the process of that. So I have this songbook. Then another books that I've just recently done are based on all my emotional characters. So I have all these emotional compassion characters like Snuggle Buggle Bear and Messy Mess Monkey and Shaky Snakey and Giorgio the Giraffe and Bebop Bunny and Triple T and Dashville and Ting Tang and Dudawaka and so this is Beatleo the Butterfly, and these characters, each one has a story to tell to help us better understand our emotions. And so I have my first Interfamily Zoo coloring book that's just about to come out. I was talking to my artist yesterday, and she said maybe this week, maybe coming up in the next week. And it's going to be called the Interfamily Journal Meet the Bees. And the bees are Little Bee, Super Bee, Bubbling Bee, and Dr. Bee. And you're going to see each of the bees a coloring page in breakdown and a coloring page in breakthrough. Like, what does your little 3-year-old look like when she is just completely a puddle of mush? And what does your little 3-year-old look like whoop, whoop, when she's flying high and loving life? So, same thing with Super Bee, same thing with Bodacious Queen Bee, and the breakdown and the breakthrough, and how the loving wise self holds us and helps us move through all those different aspects. So that's just a little bit of what I'm doing. Angel, do you have any questions, or do you have anything that you want to share or add? I'm open. Would love to answer any questions or help anybody that may have any challenges. Go to drbeth.com and come check out all my new things. I have brand new power hours that are coming out, and my Reclaim Your Sanity and Transform Your Life is going down, and all the interfamily journals are going to have the kids stories, so that you'll have the story about Meet the Bees. Maybe I'll read one of my stories next month on one of my kids stories based on the emotional development characters. So that's what I'm up to. And I'm loving life. And I would love to be able to be of support if you're not feeling like you're in your power. If you're looking for a community where people are having fun, where they're bodacious, where they're encouraged to live into their greatness, they're dared. I call it a double dog dare you to shine. And in that shining, and Angel, you already shine. And I just want to thank you so much for the gift that you gave my family, helping us get all those depends. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that. And how do we play all of our different roles? The role as caregiver, the role as dog taker, the role as parent, mother, the role as all the different aspects, manager of the house. And then for those of you that are running a business on top of that, good luck now, you hear. But the key is, however you're doing it, do it with compassion. Do it with so much love and grace for yourself. That's what I'm all about. Win, 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 or no damn deal. So I'm drbeth.com. And if there's not anything else, I'm going to wrap it right here. I'll be back next month, second Friday of the month. Either join me live on Zoom and you can talk and text with me live, or feel free to join on Facebook Live. Bye, everybody. Thanks for hanging, Angel. Appreciated you being here. Mwah. Bye.